Hello friend, let's start the discussion of newspaper. Today I am going to discuss the news from the last week from 13 to today 22 August 2022 from 13th August to 22 August 2022. So first important news of 13th August is Rushdie stabbed at New York event. So famous writer author Salman Rushdie was stabbed in an event in New York while he was delivering a speech in New York. The preparator, a boy from audience, suddenly rushed to Salman Rushdie and started stabbing him nearly 10 to 15 times at his neck. Salman Rushdie was immediately taken to hospital and the culprit was arrested and taken to the custody. The current news is Salman Rushdie is in intensive care unit and his situation is critical. He may lost his eyesight, even he may move into coma also. Now what is the reason behind this attack? The actual reason was from the past 1988 when he wrote a novel which as per the Muslim word is an insult to the Prophet Muhammad. So I will discuss a little brief about the novel. So a famous novel writer author Salman Rushdie is an Indo-American writer. Indo-American means he was born on Mumbai in 1947, was born in Mumbai in June 1947, but later moved to America and get the citizenship of America. Now he became famous in 1981 when he published a novel, that is Midnight's Children, for which he won the Booker Prize in 1981, and it was also the best selling book of 1981. Until this everything is okay. The problem started in 1988 when he published his fourth novel, The Satanic Verses. Some Muslims considered the novel disrespectful of Prophet Muhammad. The conflict started at this time and continues till today. Some Muslim extremist tries to kill him several times. The novel sparked a fatwa or a religious decree. The Iranian revolutionary leader Ayatollah Ruhollah Khomeini called for Rushdie's death. This led to violent protests in Tehran, Lebanon, England, Pakistan and India. On February 24, 1989, 12 people were killed in Mumbai when police fired at protesters. Some of his publishers and translators were also attacked and killed. Rushdie was forced to go underground as a bounty was put on his head, which remains till today. He was granted police protection by Britain and spent nearly a decade in hiding. Now, so finally when he came out of the underground, and some extremists against planned to attack him. So this is the news. Due to this novel Satanic Verses, some extremist Muslims always was trying to kill Salman Rushdie. Move to next topic. Now, very important news, retail inflation in India eases to 6.71% in July. Now, the news is related to retail inflation. Retail inflation. Inflation means increase of price of commodity. Increase of price of goods and services is called inflation. Year on year increase, or you can say month of month increase. So inflation is necessary. Without inflation, nobody will go for savings for future. Inflation is necessary, but there should be a limit of inflation, and RBI fixed the limit nearly 6% per year. So we finally are very close to the upper level of inflation, that is 6.7%. Previous month it was 7%. Okay, previous month it was more than 7%. Okay, so rate of increase of price, or you can say rate of inflation is decreasing month by month. I have formed a table and you will understand better. Now look at this table. Inflation month April, May, June, July. This is starting from this year, financial year. Inflation consumer price index, inflation wholesale price index, industrial production index, IIP growth. Okay, so I will discuss all three, and all three are in news today. So consumer price measurement of inflation has done by two process. One is consumer price index, one is wholesale price index. Consumer price index means the consumer, means we as a public, what consumes, the total amount of goods and services consumed by the consumer is a process of measurement of inflation. And other is wholesale price index, means the total amount of goods wholesaled, okay, by a wholesaler, or you can say sale by a wholesaler as a whole to a retailer. Okay, so difference is consumer price index mainly when consumer consumes items, goods and service both, but inflation means when wholesaler sell as a whole to retailer. Wholesale price index only take goods for calculation, but consumer price index is taking both goods and services. So in India, consumer price index method is primary and wholesale price index method is secondary. And third is industrial production index growth, means growth of industrial production. If industrial production growth is high, means it is positive. Okay, now first is consumer price index. What is the news? Retail inflation in India is to 6.71%. It is calculated on the basis of consumer price index. Okay, I will show you the website of government Ministry of Statistics program implementation. They have shown the inflation 6.71% through consumer price index. Okay, so consumer price index now. So 6.71% at July, means last month the inflation was 6.71%, whereas previous month inflation is 7.01%. It is based on the, what is the reference? Okay, reference means July 2022, the inflation rate of inflation is 6.71%. It is compared to July 2021. Okay, so July 2021, the rate of increase of goods and services is 6.71% in July 2022. Similarly, in June 2022, the rate of increase of goods and services price is 7.01% compared to June 2021. Okay, that is the comparison, year on year comparison, that is called year on year comparison. All these three are given as year on year comparison. So inflation rate as year on year comparison also is decreasing, 7.79, 7.04, 7.01, currently it is 6.71. Okay, so 6.71 is the inflation compared to July 2021. Now I will give you the details of inflation. So press release, I will directly show you the table. So all India year on year inflation rate for July 2022, base 2012 equal to 100, means as per government they assumed at 2012 the price of goods and services was 100 rupees. Okay, that is the base. Now rural, urban and combined, I will discuss the combined. So July 2021, July 2022 and increase of rate, inflation rate. Okay, now July 2021 index was 146.4 for cereals and product, means 2012 it was 100 and July 2021 it was 146.4, July 2022 it was 156.5. so increase of price is 6.9%, that is inflation for cereals and products. In this way we calculate all the product like egg minus 3.84 means rate of increase of egg is decreasing, actually means price of egg is decreasing. Now take vegetables 10.9. okay. So in this way, all if we take the as a whole, general index is 6.71%. This is the general index. Okay, 6.71%, that is given here, 6.71%. So all product as a whole in our country, as a whole, the rate of inflation in consumer price index method is 6.71%, and for food only it is 6.75%. Now I will show you state-wise inflation. State-wise inflation, like Andhra Pradesh, the rate of inflation is 7.38%. okay. Now highest is Telangana. Look at the inflation of Telangana, 8.58%, this is the highest, followed by West Bengal 7.8%. okay. So overall if you take all India, it is 6.71%. so that is consumer price index. okay. So this is the consumer price index table. Now come to wholesale price index news. Wholesale price index, I have already told you, when a wholesaler sell its product as a whole to retailer, that is the calculation of wholesale price index inflation. okay. Now for wholesale price index, I have to go to newspaper of 17th August, page 16. July wholesale inflation slows to 13.9%, means wholesale inflation slows means it is reducing to 13.9%. so I will show you the news. Index numbers of wholesale price in India for the month, it is published by Commerce and Industry Ministry, month of July. Base is 2011-12. 11-12 means at that time the price was rupees 100. okay, base. Now look at the inflation table. So all commodity, it is divided into this part: primary, fuel, manufacture, food index. okay. So all commodities weight is 100 and other is weight is divided. Now May 22, June 22, July 22. So in July 22 index is 153.8 and in June 22 index was 154. okay. So inflation is 13.93%. inflation is 13.93%. okay. So look at the inflation. In May it was 16.63, in June 15.18, July 13.93. This inflation is also calculated on the reference of July 2021. okay, means in comparison to July 2021, rate of increase of goods and goods is 13.93% in July 2022, year on year calculation, year on year. okay. Similarly this comparison is from June 2021, it is also from May 2021, the rate of increase in May 2022. so all commodity, the inflation is 13.93%, that is given in the news, 13.9%. okay, sorry, 13.93%. Now it is divided into several items like primary item 15.04, fuel 43, manufacture fuel inflation is highest 43, manufacture 8, food index 9. okay, this is as a average 13.93% wholesale price index. Now come to the table. So wholesale price index in July is 13.93, June was 15.18, May 15.9, April 15.1. so wholesale price index is as a year on year calculation, it is also decreasing. okay. Now come to industrial production growth. Again back to August 13. Industrial output growth slows. Okay, so what is the rate they are talking? India's industrial output grew 12.3%. Okay, so output is 12.3% year on year. They have also called year on year in June. This is for June month. Okay, so it means in compared to June 2021, industrial output increased by 12.3% in June 2022. Okay, so increase is 12.3%. Now go to the press released by this department. So look at this table, index of industrial production, base is 2011-12 100. Okay, all item is given here: food, beverage, tobacco, textile, okay, apparel, leather, and weightage is also given. Total weightage is 100. Now index June 21, June 22. Okay, we are talking about this index June 2021, 2022. Okay, and growth between this is the growth, year on year growth. They have also given cumulative, means April to June 2022, 1 to April to June 2022-23. Okay, but we will talk about this year on year. So year on year percentage growth is 4.5% for food product. In this way, if you calculate as a whole, general index is 12.3%. that is given in the news. 12.3% is the inflation, not inflation, is the industrial production growth, okay, between June 2022 and June 2021. Okay, now come to the table. So industrial production growth year on year, June to at June it is 12.3, whereas in May it was 19.6. means in May 2022 the growth is 19.6 compared to May 2021, and April 7.1%. so the growth is slows down. So this is the three thing, the most important three thing government of India and RBI always try to control. One is inflation through consumer price index, inflation wholesale price index, and industrial production index growth. Okay, okay, move to next topic. This news is from India's foreign trade, foreign export, import from foreign, that is the news. So export grew 2% in July, imports jumped 44%. Okay, whenever grew 2% in July, it means year on year, always year on year, means compared to July 2021, always year on year comparison. Okay, look at the year on year increase of import 44%. Okay, so export 2% but import 44%. Now move to the table. India's foreign trade July 2022. So mainly foreign trade are divided into two parts. One is merchandise and another is service. Merchandise and service. Merchandise means the product and service means the service we are giving. Okay, any kind of service, software service, security service, teaching service, any kind of service, transport service. Now trade in July. So July 2022, July 2021 growth, export, merchandise, service, overall combined of merchandise and service export in this is 2022. So 2022 is 61.18. Okay, whereas in 2021 it was 54.81. so export grows by 11.51% overall and import increased 42% overall, and if you take merchandise only, export increase only 2%, 2.14%, that is given in the news. Export grew 2%. Okay, and import grew 44% nearly. So trade deficit in July 2022, trade deficit is minus 30, whereas trade deficit last year was minus 10. So trade deficit increased by 182.1%. Okay, so that is very bad news. Trade deficit is increasing year on year. Okay, so that is the news. Okay. I have made a table for overall merchandise and service product. So in April 2022, export was 67, import was 75, deficit was 8%. May deficit was 15, June deficit was 17, July deficit was 21. Look at the export value. Export is reducing 67, 62, 64, 61. Export is reducing, okay, month by month, and import is increasing month by month. That's why deficit is increasing. This is as per USD billion dollar. Now go to next topic. India Malaysia begin 4-day air exercise. This is from 13th August news. 4-day air exercise. Okay, so in August month itself, India conducted several joint military, air force and naval exercise. I will discuss one by one. First exercise is India Malaysia 4-day exercise, and I will discuss about the news. India Air Force to participate in bilateral exercise hosted by Malaysia. So this is Air Force exercise, okay, in Malaysia. And what is the name of this exercise? Udara Shakti. Udara Shakti is the name of this Air Force joint Air Force exercise. Now India participated with Sukhoi M30, Sukhoi 30 MKI and C-17 Globemaster, and Royal Malaysian Air Force participated with Sukhoi 30 MKM aircraft. Okay. Now this is the Indian Air Force officer in front of the C-17 Globemaster, one of the biggest Boeing aeroplane. Now I will show you. Okay, so this is the news. Move to next topic. A small topic for your information, that is no GST on house rent for personal use. It means when you are in rent of in someone's house, if the house owner charge GST with your house rent, that is not permitted. Okay, the government on Friday said GST will not be applicable on residential units if they are rented out private person for personal use. The government dismissed media reports which claimed that there is an 18% goods and service tax on house rent paid by tenants. In a tweet, the government said GST would be levied only when residential unit is rented out to a business entity. So when you are giving rent, giving your house to for business rent, at that time you can charge GST, okay, with the rent. Move to next topic from another military exercise. US Indonesia hold military drills. This time US Indonesia hold. So what is the news? US Indonesia hold. Now why I am talking about this news? Because India also participated in this military exercise, and the name of this military exercise is Super Garuda Shield. Super Garuda Shield. Okay, US and Indonesia annual joint combat exercise. Now this exercise are conducted in Indonesia, in the Sumatra Island of Indonesia. So the United States and Indonesian military began annual joint combat exercise Wednesday on Indonesian Sumatra Island. And why it is more important? Because to counterbalance the Chinese aggression in the Indo-Pacific area. Now, who are the country participated? Australia, Japan and Singapore were joining for the first time. Okay. Now, other participating nations include Canada, France, India, Malaysia, New Zealand, Republic of Korea, Papua New Guinea, Timor-Leste and United Kingdom also. Total 14 countries were participating, more than 5,000 soldiers also. Okay, that is the news. So, now I will show you the location of Indonesia and Sumatra Island. So, where is Sumatra Island? This is the map of Indonesia. Indonesia archipelago consists of several islands, and one of the biggest island is this first island, that is Sumatra Island. Okay, this is Sumatra and this is Java. The capital city Jakarta is located on Java Island. Okay, so in map also I will give you I will show you Sumatra Island. So this is the Indonesian archipelago and this is Sumatra Island. Okay, and this is Java Island. Okay, move to next topic. Next news from next date 14th August. From a small sports news, that is IOA hands cash award to Commonwealth Games medal winner. Indian Olympic Association. Okay, cash award to Commonwealth Games medal winner. What is the amount of cash? Gold winner were presented with 20 lakhs, silver winner with 10 lakhs and 7.5 lakhs for bronze. 20, 10, 7.5 lakhs for gold, silver and bronze. Okay, now we have won 22 gold medal, 16 silver medal and 23 bronze, total 61 medal. Okay, this is the news. Move to next, from next day 15th August. A news in the Independence Day regarding economy. The fastest growing large economy in the world. So we are talking about India, the fastest growing large economy in the world. So India represent 1/6 of the world, means 1/6 population of the world, third largest economy in terms of purchasing power parity. Okay, I will discuss about third largest economy in terms of purchasing power parity. Even in terms of nominal exchange rate of the dollar, India is the 6th largest economy. So India is 6th largest economy by GDP nominal and third largest economy by GDP purchasing power parity. I will discuss. Now, it has grown at an average rate of 7% per annum for the past 40 years, growing from a size of 189 billion in 1980 to nearly 3 trillion today. Okay. Now, this news is about economy of our country and I will give you a brief details of our economy. So, economy of India. So, currency rupee, fiscal year 1 April 35 March, country group developing, emerging, lower middle income country, newly industrialized country, population is 1.3 billion, GDP. Now, this is the important thing, 3.535 trillion nominal GDP nominal and 11.745 trillion in PPP, purchasing power parity. Now, what is the difference between this? First is GDP nominal. GDP, what is GDP? Gross domestic product, means total production of goods and services in India within the geographical boundary. Within the geographical boundary means within our geographical boundary. Boundary includes the sea area within our jurisdiction, includes the Andaman Nicobar, Lakshadweep also. So, within our geographical boundary, the total production of goods and services is GDP, also called GDP nominal. So, when Tata are producing something in India, that will be included in GDP. When Tata is producing something in London, that will not be included in GDP. When a foreign company like suppose Vivo is producing something in India, that will be included in GDP because it is in geographical area. But when Vivo is producing anything in China, that will not included in GDP. So that is GDP nominal. So GDP nominal is 2022 estimated 3.535 trillion, and we ranked 6. Okay, rank 6. Fifth. GDP rank 5th in nominal. Now most important is this PPP, that is 11.745 trillion, and we rank 3rd. Now what is this purchasing power parity? Now maybe your GDP is very high, but your currency value is very less compared to US dollar. Means when you going to purchase something from international market, you have to pay more. Okay, but our GDP is less, but our value, currency value is high compared to your currency value, means we can purchase more. Okay, when we are going to purchase something, we have to exchange it in dollar. So as our currency value is little bit higher compared to other countries' currency, that's why in currency exchange purchasing power parity, our total value is 11.745 trillion and we rank 3rd. Okay, so GDP growth is minus 6.6 in the time of COVID, then 8.7, a huge jump after the COVID, then 7.5, 7.1%. Per capita, now per capita we rank 142 and 128 because our population is huge. So when you divided the total income by population, it become very less. GDP by sector, agriculture 16%, industry 29%, service 54%. GDP by component, household, government, investment, other source. Okay. Now inflation 6.71%, I have already told you, July 2022. Population below poverty 6%. Okay, in extreme poverty 6% population, that is huge. Labor force is 48.7% employment rate, means out of 100% eligible employer, 48.7% are, you can say, are employed. Occupation, labor force by occupation, agriculture 42%, industry 25%, service 32%. Now unemployment rate 6.8%, main industry textile, chemical, food processing, agribusiness, handicraft, petroleum, petrochemical, gems, jewelry, leather, iron, steel, aluminium, cement, mining, metal, retail, machinery, IT, construction, financial service, electric, consumer, pharmaceutical, automotive, telecommunication, real estate, paper, transportation. Ease of doing business rank 63rd, we have to improve this. Export amount this 21.8 billion dollar. Export goods are manufactured, fuels, mining, agriculture, other. Export partner US, UAE, China, Bangladesh, Netherlands, and other is 66%. Highest is US. Import goods is 612 billion. Export is 421, import is 612. That is called deficit. Import good, agriculture, fuel is mainly manufacturers, other. Import partner China, UAE, Saudi Arab, US, Iraq, and other. Okay, so this is the little bit description about our economy. Okay, GDP nominal and GDP PPP I have already told you. Now move to next day, that is 16th August. Okay, now we are now celebrating 75 years of independence. Okay, this is the 76th independence and 75th year of independence, Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. So they have asked some quiz question. I will discuss only one quiz question, which is the most important. First question they have asked, out of 40 World Heritage Site located in India, one site is of a mixed type. What is it a mix of? which is the one mixed type site in India, in which state it is located. Okay, so this is the question related to UNESCO World Heritage Site in India. So there are total 40 numbers of UNESCO World Heritage Site, and they are divided into three categories. One is cultural. Cultural means the buildings, okay, the emperor, the castle, that is related to cultural. Number two is natural, the national parks, the wildlife sanctuaries, okay, that is national. And number three is mix means cultural plus natural. So this is the three division. In cultural, total 32 numbers World Heritage Site, in natural 7 numbers, and in mixed 1 number. Total 40 numbers of UNESCO World Heritage Site in our country. I will show you in details very quickly. Cultural is 32, like Agra Fort in UP, Ajanta Caves in Maharashtra, archaeological site Nalanda in Bihar, Buddhist monuments in Sachi, Madhya Pradesh, Champanir Pavagar archaeological park in Gujarat, then Chhatrapati Shivaji terminus in Maharashtra, churches and convents in Goa, Dholavira Harappan city in Gujarat, Elephanta Carve in Maharashtra, Ellora Carve in Maharashtra, Fatehpur Sikri in UP, Great Living Chola Temple in Tamil Nadu, group of monuments in Hampi, group of monuments in Mahabalipuram, Tamil Nadu, okay, Hampi in Karnataka, group of monuments and Pattadakal in Karnataka, hill forts of Rajasthan, historic city of Ahmedabad, Humayun's tomb in Delhi, Jaipur city, Rajasthan, Kakatiya Rudreshwara temple in Telangana, Khajuraho group of monument in Madhya Pradesh, Mahabodhi temple, Bodh Gaya, Bihar, mountain railway of India. 3 are mountain railway. One is Darjeeling Himalayan Railway in West Bengal, Nilgiri Mountain Railway in Tamil Nadu, Kalka Shimla Railway in Himachal Pradesh. These 3 are included in the UNESCO World Heritage Site. Qutub Minar in Delhi, Rani Ki Vav in Gujarat, Red Fort in Delhi, Rock Shelter of Bhimbetka in Madhya Pradesh, Sun Temple Konark in Odisha, Taj Mahal in Agra, architectural work of Le Corbusier. Le Corbusier was an architecture, and his work across the world all are in UNESCO World Heritage Site. One in Chandigarh, Jantar Mantar in Jaipur, Victorian Gothic and Art Deco ensemble in Mumbai. These are the 32 cultural. Now natural. Great Himalayan National Park, Kaziranga National Park in Assam, Keulado National Park in Rajasthan, Manos Wildlife Sanctuary in Assam, Nanda Devi Valley and Valley of Flowers in Uttarakhand, Sundarban in West Bengal, Western Ghat in Tamil Nadu, Karnataka. Karnataka, Kerala. Okay, now one is mixed, that is Kanchenjunga National Park located in Sikkim. Now why it is mixed? Because it combined the both cultural heritage and national heritage. Okay, why cultural? Because an group of people that they are called Lepcha. Okay, they are very much endangered. Okay, they are one of the most ancient group of people living in the area. Okay, and they have their own culture, they have their own language which should be preserved. Okay, that is why it is in mixed category. Lepcha is the community is living in this area, Kanchenjunga National Park in Sikkim. Okay, okay, move to next topic. India gifts Dornier aircraft to Sri Lanka. Dornier aircraft. Okay, so as a friendship, India is helping Sri Lanka by giving free of cost aircraft. Okay, now I will give you in detail. So India on Monday handed over Dornier aircraft to Sri Lanka in the presence of President Ranil Wickremesinghe, reaffirming its security ties with its island nation. Now Durand 228, this is the picture of Durand aircraft. Okay, this is made in India product, made by HAL, Hindustan Aeronautic Limited, but its route is German route. Okay, route to a German product, German route, currently under license produced by HAL. Now a related story with this aircraft Durand 228 is some days back, when historic first for Indian Navy as all women air crew conduct reconnaissance surveillance. Okay, so all women aircraft has done a reconnaissance survey in the Arabian coast. Okay, with this Durand 228 aircraft. In a first of Indian Navy, 5 women officers belonging to INAS 314 Frontline Navy Squadron operated Durand 228 aircraft at Porbandar Naval Air Enclave Wednesday. This type of thing, nothing happened before, that all women air crews are doing survey and reconnaissance in the sea coast of Arabian, and all women maritime reconnaissance surveillance mission in North Arabian Sea, the force has revealed. Okay, this is the picture of the 5 women, 5 brave women with the Durand 228 aircraft, which 2-3 days earlier India handed over to Sri Lanka. Now move to next page. Next day, 17th August, first news is this: FIFA suspend India, center approaches Supreme Court. Okay, so this is the news from 17th August. FIFA suspend India on 16th August. Now why FIFA suspend India? I will directly told you. I will say you. There are several rules. Okay, there are 2 important rules of FIFA which every association or federation has to follow. The first rule is there should be no third party interference in the football federation of any country. Third party means FIFA and the football federation, like All India Football Federation in our country. So FIFA and AIFF exclude excluding these 2, no other third party can interfere in the matter of AIFF or in FIFA. Okay, that is the rule. Second rule is election for president and other post. The election quota is divided into 25-75 ratio, means 25% election quota for the federation AIFF and 75% quota for the state football federations. Okay, that is 2 rule made by FIFA and every association has to follow. But what is the case for our federation? They have violated both these 2 rule. First is third party interference by Supreme Court because the president, the previous president Praful Patel term was over and Supreme Court has appointed a committee, okay, headed by Chief of Administration. Supreme Court appointed a Chief of Administration to run AIFF. Okay, so Chief of Administration as well as Supreme Court is the third party which interfere in the AIFF internal matter. This is the first. Second is, as per the Chief of Administration report, the election ratio was divided into 50-50, means AIFF has the quota of 50% vote and other state football federation has 50% quota. So due to these 2 violation, FIFA banned India, and the under 17 women World Cup which India is going to hosted in October, okay, may be removed from our country. That is the 2 reason. Now I will give you, I will also show you what at stake as FIFA bans All India Football Federation. AIFF constitution and election were at the center of dispute between FIFA and Supreme Court appointed Committee of Administration. Okay, COA had prepared a draft constitution that was opposed by the state assembly bodies. In its first place, it also decided to form an executive committee which would involve 50-50 representation of players with voting rights and state assembly members. FIFA saw it is a violation of the rules and a deviation from what was agreed upon earlier. Okay, so now Supreme Court is saying the center that be assured that Women's World Cup should be held in India, should be hosted by India, assured. So go to FIFA and solve all the problems. Okay, actually the problem was created by Supreme Court. Now Supreme Court is talking about solution of the problem. Move to next topic. Okay, this is a domestic news. Taunts by husband amount to cruelty. High Court means when you are taunting your wife, comparison with other wife, body shaming, okay, education related taunting, that is a cruelty and that will be punishable offence. A division bench of Kerala High Court has observed the constant and repeated taunts of husband that his wife is not up to his expectation and also making comparison with other women would certainly constitute mental cruelty as contemplated under section 10X of Divorce Act 1969. Okay, that is the news. Move to next topic. India buys pet coke from Venezuela. Now pet coke is the alternative of coke, okay, coal, that is also can be used in fuel. Now Venezuela is under United States ban, okay, but despite ban they are selling pet coke in a very you can say reduced amount, discounted rate to India, and India is purchasing huge amount of pet coke from Venezuela, like India is purchasing oil with discounted rate from Russia. So Indian companies are importing significant volumes of petroleum coke from Venezuela for the first time. Now Venezuela is a huge oil reserve country and also member of OPCE, organization for the petroleum exporting country, OPEC. Trade sources and shipping data show as the OPEC nation boost export not specifically targeted by the US sanction. Okay, that is the news. So Indian cement firm imported at least 4 cargo carrying 1,60,000 tons of pet coke from April to July. So that is, so Venezuela is also start exporting product pet coke, which is a alternative of coke and other fossil fuels also. Now I will give you a short details of OPEC country. Now OPEC is organization of the petroleum exporting countries. Total have 13 members who has the oil reserve: Algeria, Angola, Equatorial Guinea, Gabon, Iran, Iraq, Kuwait, Libya, Nigeria, Republic of Congo, Saudi Arab, UAE and Venezuela. And this is the map: Iran, Iraq, Saudi Arab, Kuwait and UAE from Asia, Algeria, Libya, Nigeria, Equatorial Guinea, Republic of Congo, Gabon, Angola from Africa, Venezuela and Equator from South America. So they have the oil reserve. No country in Europe or in America are in the oil reserve category. Now come to next topic. Tata funded startup to offer senior support. So on the day of Senior Citizen Day, Tata launched a startup that is called Senior Citizen Support. Means as per Ratan Tata, there are millions of senior citizens who has nobody to take care of himself, to take care of him. Okay, maybe his partner died, maybe his children moved to other outside for professional reason. Okay, so it is a startup through which graduate teenager can apply, okay, for for taking care of senior citizen. Okay, that is the work to take care of senior citizen. This is the startup. This is an app through which the senior citizen can also apply for teenager, and teenagers can also, young graduate, not teenagers, young graduate can also apply for the job. I will give you the details. So Goodfellow is the name of the startup. The Goodfellow company's mission is to create lasting friendship between seniors and recent grade. Goodfellow offers every service grandchild might offer. According to statement, 15 million old people in India are living alone, either because they have lost a partner or because their families had to move away owing to unavoidable employment obligation. Now, how to join? Over 800 young graduates applied to work at Goodfellow during the beta testing phase, and 20 of these candidates were chosen to provide companionship to the elderly in Mumbai, according to company. Okay, they have also given a phone number. So this is the news. Goodfellow, a great respected person, Ratan Tata, is always thinking about the people of our country. Move to next topic. From 18th August, power consumption. 128.38 billion unit India's power consumption in July 2022. So in every month, the Ministry of Power has published the total consumption of power of that month. Also, they published maximum power used in a single day. Okay, so I have formed a table for your ready reference. So in July 2022, the total power consumption is 128.38 billion unit, and single day maximum peak demand was 190.38 giga unit. In June it was 134.13 because the summer, the hotness was more in June. Power consumption is also huge, and peak demand is 210.793 on 9th June 2022. This is the highest of all time peak demand on 9th June 2022. Okay, so this is the news. Move to next topic. From pollution, Delhi's PM 2.5 levels worst in the world. We know the news that Delhi is the most polluted city in the world, but the surprising is Kolkata is the second polluting state in the world. Okay, Kolkata was number 3-4, but currently jumped to number 2. So first two countries are from India. Very proud moment. Now PM means particulate matter 2.5. Why it is taken for consideration? Because this is the most smallest particle with size of 2.5 micron, which is the most hazardous property for human and other animals. Okay, smallest and most hazardous particle, PM 2.5. Now I will show you the news. Okay, who published this? A US based health effect and institute. I will show you the report. This is the report, air quality and health in cities, a state of global air report. Okay, now 2022, but the report is from 2010 to 2019, 10 years report. Okay, 10 years report. I will show you directly the table. Where is the table? Now this is the table. Now before talking about the table, I will tell you the limit of PM 2.5. What is the upper limit? As per WHO, World Health Organization, the upper limit of 2.5 in atmosphere is 5 microgram per meter cube. This is the upper limit, 5 microgram per meter cube. Okay, beyond 5, that is called air pollution. Okay, so up to 5 air quality guideline, but at the last is greater than 50, that is exists target level maroon color, exists WHO PM 2.5 guideline over 10 times. So greater than 50 is most hazardous as per WHO, but look at the Delhi, it is 110, double, more than double microgram per meter cube. Kolkata 84, Nigeria 83, Kano Nigeria, Lima Peru 73, Dhaka Bangladesh. So most countries are from Asia and Africa. Okay. So this is the news. First 20 they have published. This is the amount of PM 2.5 in atmosphere. Now I will show you another table which describe death due to air pollution, due to PM 2.5. I will also show you the table. This is the among the most populous city in each region, top 20 with highest PM 2.5 related disease burden. Not death, it is disease burden. Now PM attributable death rate, it is related to death rate. First is Beijing, China. Next is Chengdu, China, Ukraine. They are the populous city with highest amount of death due to air pollution, and India placed at number 8, Kolkata 99%. Okay, death in 1 lakh person. That is the news. Move to next topic. Okay. UK, United Kingdom inflation races to 10.1%, a 20-year high. So couple of days ago we have seen United States inflation was 9.1%. Now we are seeing United Kingdom inflation is 10.1%. So we should be proud of our government that our inflation is only 6.7%. Our government and Reserve Bank of India are perfectly capable to control the inflation of our country. And due to this high inflation, the government employees, the railway worker of UK start protesting, okay, for several days. That is the news. Move to next topic. Next day. Okay, move to next day, 19th August. Now I will show you the news. Okay. So Vietnam India bilateral army exercise WinBAX. Okay, Vietnam India bilateral army exercise WinBAX 2022 concludes at Chandi Mandir. Okay, so I have already told you in August India has conducted several joint military and air force and naval exercise. Okay, I have already told you about US Indonesia India. I have already told you about India Malaysia. Now India Vietnam. Okay, bilateral army exercise in Chandi Mandir. Okay, so Vietnam India bilateral army exercise WinBAX 2022 conclude in Chandi Mandir with an impressive display of multi-agency humanitarian assistance in disaster relief demonstration. Now this is the photo of Indian Army and Vietnam Army. Vietnam Indian bilateral army exercise WinBAX 2022 at Chandi Mandir in Rajasthan. Okay. Next edition of WinBAX will be hosted in Vietnam 2023. Move to next topic. From next day, that is 20th August, page number. Amethi unit all set to make AK-203 rifles. So from now Amethi will not be known for the residence of Gandhis, but Amethi will be famous for the production of AK-203 rifles, a joint ventures between India and Russia. AK-203 rifles, a very proud moment. So Amethi unit all set to make AK-203 rifles. So this is the picture of AK-203 rifles. Okay, as per the contract, over 6.1 lakh AK-203 assault rifle costing over 5,000 crore will be manufactured by a joint venture Indo-Russian Rifle Private Limited at Korwa, Amethi in Uttar Pradesh. Okay, so manufacture of AK-203 assault rifle by the Indo-Russian joint venture at Amethi, Uttar Pradesh is set to begin by year end, and the manufacturing equipment required for it will be dispatched from Russia shortly, according to a senior officials of Russia. Very proud moment, very good news. Delayed due to war, due to Russia-Ukraine war, the total operation is delayed by a few months. Move to next topic. Another army exercise with Australia. So Indian Air Force participation in exercise Pitch Black 2022 at Darwin, Australia. Okay, so with Malaysia, with Indonesia, with Vietnam, now with Australia, with different name. Okay, so Indian Air Force contingent has reached Australia for participating in exercise Pitch Black 2022, scheduled to be held from 19 to August to 8 September in Darwin, Australia. Biennial means every 2 years after this exercise is conducted. Multinational exercise hosted by Royal Australian Air Force. It will focus on large force employment warfare. Okay, so now India participated with over 100 air warriors deployed with Su-30 MKR fighter with 2 C-17 aircraft. Same with Malaysia also. Okay, same with Malaysia. Now I will give you the picture of Su-30 MKI fighter jet and C-17 Globemaster. Okay, Su-30 MKI India purchased from Russia, currently produced by HAL, and C-17 Globemaster from United States, a huge Boeing. Now I have made a table, okay, of the all military and air force and navy exercise in 2022 up to date. First in US, Australia, Japan Quad army exercise. Okay, that is not fixed in a year. Anytime it can happen in any of these 4 countries, that is Quad country, US, Australia, Japan and India, that are the Quad countries. Okay, so annually they have conducted a joint military exercise in any of this country. Next is exercise Malabar or Milan. Okay, that is total 46 countries. This exercise is processed by India, invited 46 country. Navy exercise, location is Philippine Sea, of the coast of Japan, Persian Gulf, in Bay of Bengal and Arabian Sea. The total Indo-Pacific region, and date was February 2022. Then with Oman in Rajasthan army exercise, that is Al Najah 4 in August. Then with Malaysia Air Force in Kuantan, Malaysia, that is Udara Shakti. Today I have already told you. With 14 countries army air force exercise Sumatra Island, US, Indonesia, that is Super Garuda Shield. And with Australia Air Force, Darwin, Australia, that is Operation Pitch Black. Okay, now come to yesterday, 21st August. L&T commissions green hydrogen plant at Hazira in Gujarat. L&T commissions green hydrogen plant. So India is focusing more and more towards this reusable fuel. Okay, that is wind, that is solar, that is green hydrogen. Now green hydrogen is a replacement of fossil fuel. Okay, now I'll show you the news. So this is the plant of the Hazira, okay, also called as Kawas green hydrogen blending with natural gas project. So it is actually a green hydrogen blending with national gas project in Gujarat. Okay, now L&T commissioned this project, now it will start its operation. Now related news is about hydrogen plant, about blending plant and about fuel station. First is hydrogen plant, where the green hydrogen will be produced, that is exploration and production of Oil India Limited has commissioned India's first 99.999% pure green hydrogen plant in Assam. So Assam has already green 99.99% pure green hydrogen plant commissioned by Oil India Limited. Then come to fuel station in Leh Ladakh. NTPC commissioned first fuel station in Leh Ladakh, because Leh Ladakh is a pollution free area. Okay, now come to L&T's this project. This is a blending with natural gas project in Gujarat Hazira called Kawas Green Hydrogen Blending Project. Now move to next topic, that is this topic. Mineral production records 7.5% growth in June 2022. Okay, so this is June month mineral production. Okay, growth is 7.5%. In which respect? Respect to June 2021 year on year comparison. Okay, now which are the minerals produced by India? That is coal, natural lignite, natural gas, petroleum, bauxite, chromite, copper, gold, iron ore, lead, manganese, zinc, limestone, phosphorite, magnesite and diamond. These are the minerals produced in our country. Okay, now I have also formed a table. Okay, all the product name of the minerals have written, I have written. Okay, and production month wise April, May, June. Okay, now in June coal production reduced, lignite production increased, natural gas production reduced, petroleum production increased. Okay, in lakh ton million unit of natural gas is million cubic meter. Okay, so petroleum reduced, bauxite reduced, chromium increased, copper increased, gold reduced, gold in kg, iron ore in lakh ton reduced, lead remains same. Okay, compared to previous month. Manganese increased, zinc increased, limestone reduced, phosphorite increased, magnesite remains same and diamond unit is carat increased. Okay, so these are the item, these are the mineral produced in our country. Okay, so production, this all production overall increased by how much? 9% compared to 7.5% compared to June 2021. Move to last topic from sports, from Durand Cup. So 131 edition of Durand Cup is currently going on in various part of our country, where total 20 club has participated, 11 from ISL, then 10 from 8 from I League and 11 from ISL and 4 from defense, that is 15, and 5 from I League. Total 20 club has participated in the 131st edition of Durand Cup. And yesterday's result was ATK Mohunbagan losses 2-3 to Rajasthan United. Rajasthan United is from I League club and ATK Mohunbagan is from ISL club. So they have defeated by Rajasthan United 2-3. Okay. So what is the result? Chennai FC 2 draw with Army Red 2. Army Red is from defense. Chennai in FC from ISL. ATK Mohunbagan 2 lost to Rajasthan United 3. Okay, this is the result. Now Group A, FC Goa, Mohammedan FC, Bengaluru FC, Jamshedpur FC, Indian Air Force football team. গ্রুপ বি এসসি ইস্ট বেঙ্গল এটিকে মোহনবাগান, মুম্বাই সিটি এফসি, রাজস্থান ইউনাইটেড এফসি, ইন্ডিয়ান নেভি এফটি। গ্রুপ সি নেরোকা এফসি, ট্রাউ এফসি, হায়দ্রাবাদ এফসি, চেন্নাই এফসি, আর্মি রেড ফুটবল টিম। গ্রুপ ডি ওড়িশা এফসি, নর্থ ইস্ট ইউনাইটেড এফসি, কেরালা ব্লাস্টার এফসি, সুদেবা এফসি, আর্মি গ্রিন ফুটবল টিম। So this is the celebration by Gyanmar Nikom of Rajasthan United scores the winning goal in the last minute of the Durand Cup match against ATK Mohunbagan in Salt Lake Stadium, Kolkata. So this is the total discussion of today's newspaper. If you like my discussion, please like the video, subscribe my channel, share the video if possible. We will meet tomorrow.